How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let me get this microphone set here. And yes, we are going to tackle it. The infamous Castlevania 2, the most cryptic game known to man. Probably not that far, but it is very cryptic. It is one of the games in my beloved Castlevania series. I am a huge fan of the Castlevania series. Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, the game that James's Cinemassacre channel was built on, and here we see the little prologue. Step into the shadows of the Hell House. You've arrived back here at Castlevania on business. Hey, I was reading that. Hey, go back. Come on. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. There we go. To destroy forever the curse of the evil Count Dracula. So, here we go. I may have to break this video down into a couple of different parts because I am not as familiar with this game as I'd like to be. I have completed it a few times, but it's been some time. And it might take me a while, so look out for multiple parts to this video. So, I'm not going to be talking to any of the characters in any of the towns. I kind of know what to do, where everything's at. But first thing we want to do in this game is we want to buy this white crystal, which costs 50 hearts, and now our heart counter is back down to 0. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go outside of the town and start fighting monsters and farming for hearts. Hearts are, in this game, they are used for money, and you cannot buy anything without having enough hearts. So we are going to farm for hearts, and we're going to go back into the town, and we're going to buy the Thorn Whip, which is the first whip upgrade, and then we're going to buy the Holy Water. The Holy Water is necessary for finding secret passages in the towns. And after we get those, we will be moving on to our first mansion. Now, while I'm farming for hearts, let me just give you a little basic info on this game, on what you're supposed to do. This game is not a straightforward run and whip adventure like the first Castlevania was. It's not quite. And there's no forking paths and different characters to encounter like third game. This game, your objective is to find all of Dracula's body parts that have been scattered throughout 5 different mansions in the land. And a couple of the mansions are kind of hard to find unless you know how to the secrets to finding them, and that's part of the cryptic nature of this game. And as you can see, we have our first nighttime cycle has started. This game does switch back and forth between day and night. The ending that you will get in this game, if you complete it, actually depends on how many nights and days have passed in the game. But yeah, the objective is to find Dracula's body parts that are scattered throughout the land, 5 different mansions. And then we have to take those body parts back to Dracula's castle, and he will reform after that, and then we have to fight him. And that will supposedly end the curse that he has placed on Simon Belmont. And we are playing as Simon, who is the main character of Castlevania 1. This game is very cryptic in that, I don't know how people ever figured this game out on their own without having some form of guide. Back in the day, there was the guide from Nintendo Power. I never had that guide as a kid, so I did have this game and I had no clue what to do. But since then, with the internet, there's been plenty of strategy guides and video playthroughs. Now you can play this game no problem. The game does feel rushed and incomplete. The mansions that you enter to find the body parts, there's only 2 bosses. In 5 mansions, there's 2 bosses. You would think that each mansion would have a boss guarding Dracula's body parts, but that's not the case. Continues are infinite in this game, so it is a little more forgiving than most NES games. There are unlimited continues, and you will continue at the exact spot that you died from, even if all your lives run out. The thing with getting game over is you will lose every heart that you've collected so far. and you have to restart collecting hearts again. Other than that, there's really no downside to getting a game over. Okay, we need 100, I think it's 150 hearts to get the Thorn Whip and buy the Holy Water. The Thorn Whip isn't necessary, but I like to just go ahead and get it. There are, I think, 5 different whips that you can get in this game. We start out with just a regular leather whip, and then we will upgrade to the Thorn Whip, then the Chain Whip, and then the Morning Star Whip, and finally the Flame Whip, which is the most powerful in the game. You cannot get the Flame Whip unless you have the Morning Star Whip, so you can't, you can't just go from this whip that I have right now to the Flame Whip. You have to upgrade it to at least the Morning Star Whip. The monsters are tougher at night. They take more damage, and they also deal more damage. And here we are switching back to daytime. Like I said, there's 3 different endings in this game, and depending on how many nights and days have passed in the game will determine which ending you get. This game was also had the introduction to probably what's the most well-known song in the Castlevania series, which is Bloody Tears, and that's the song you're hearing right now. And this is the first appearance of that song. It's kind of become the unofficial theme of the Castlevania series. The monsters will also yield higher heart counts at night than during the day. So if you're having trouble playing this game, and I'm not an expert, but I kind of know my way around it. Like I said, I have completed it before by using a strategy guide, but I've completed it enough times, even though it's been some time since I played it. I completed it enough times. I think I can figure out how to get from beginning to end, no problem, without using a guide. So I'll try to explain everything as best I can. Okay, we're almost up to 150. You cannot buy anything. I should mention, you can't buy anything in the towns unless it's daytime. At night, the town is closed off and zombies are running around the town. So if you want to buy something, you have to do it during the day. But I'll try to explain what you have to do in order to make it through the game. This game is so cryptic, it's unreal. The NPCs in the game really, for the most part, are no help. And I have seen it said that, explained on websites that the reason why the NPCs are of no help is because the game was translated from Japanese to English poorly. And there we have our first health upgrade. If you collect enough hearts, your health will refill. That's another thing I should mention. Your health is not... There are no wall meets in this game like there are in most of the other Castlevania games. You have to either collect enough hearts or you have to enter the churches that are in the town. So right now we're going to buy the Holy Water. And then I will make my way up to get the Thorn Whip. So if you're low on health, go into one of these churches in the town, talk to the lady at the top of the steps, and your health will get refilled. But you cannot find health in the wild in this game. Okay, so now I got to find the doorway that enters into the last room, and I have not caught it in time. Now we're back to the night cycle. So we're just going to collect more hearts while we wait for this night cycle to end. As you can see, now the townspeople have been... That's probably the door I needed to get to. Now the townspeople have been replaced with zombies. So we're just going to collect hearts until the night cycle ends. You will need a lot of hearts to buy items in this game. The thing is, you can only carry 256 hearts at one time. I'm not sure why or how they came up with that number, but that's how many hearts you can carry at one time, and we are up to 122 right now. The holy water that I have selected, as you can see, if you've played any of the other Castlevania games, the holy water is not useful at all when it comes to attacking enemies. Normally in either the first Castlevania or in subsequent games, if you threw a holy water, it would cause like a little fire to appear at the bottom of an enemy's feet, and it would cause some serious damage. This one doesn't do that. It hits them one time and that's it. It's not even worth using for a sub-weapon. The cross, or the boomerang, whichever one you prefer to call it, is not in this game as a sub-weapon. You get 3 types of daggers, and they're kind of useful, but then again, kind of not. You get a new sub-weapon in this game that's not in the first one. It's called the diamond. The diamond bounces around from wall to wall and does damage to anything that it touches. It's most useful in like closed off rooms or closed off corridors. I think that's all the sub-weapons that you get. If you want to call the holy water sub-weapon, fine, but it's mostly used for finding secret passages because it will destroy certain blocks in certain rooms to reveal merchants that are hidden. It's also useful for finding false blocks. There will be false blocks in some of the mansions. If you step on them, you will fall through the floor. You can find them with the holy water. But you have the holy water, you have 3 different types of daggers, you have the diamond, and you have, I forgot to mention one, the sacred flame. The sacred flame is probably the most useful sub-weapon in the game. If you throw it, it causes a tower of flames to appear, does pretty decent damage, and it's a very effective way of killing Dracula at the end of the game, is with the sacred flame. Okay, morning has come, and now we're going to go back and get the flame whip, and then we will be on our way to the first mansion of the game. Still want to collect hearts along the way, because they will be needed. There's kind of sort of a useful hint, but for the most part, these townspeople don't give good hints at all. Okay, this should be the thorn whip. Yes, so we now have upgraded our whip to the thorn whip, which has a longer reach and it does more damage. Okay, now we're going to make our way right. Oh, I just jumped into the water. That sucks. Okay, minor setback. As you can see, the thorn whip does more damage. Now the werewolves die with just one hit. Watch for these fishmen that jump out of the water. They also shoot fireballs. I cannot remember exactly where the first mansion is. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. I was having some technical difficulties. Yeah, this is the first mansion. It's at just a few screens over from where we started the town. So you want to push up, and when you first get into the mansion, unless you have the white crystal selected, as you can see the arrow facing down flashing, unless you have that white crystal selected, this platform won't be there. So if you get in here and don't see that, then you either need to get the white crystal if you haven't already, or make sure that it is selected. Okay, so sorry about those the pause there. I had some difficulties. First thing we want to do in the mansions is find the merchant. Each mansion will have a merchant that will sell you an oak stake that will cost 50 hearts, and you have to have that oak stake to destroy an orb that will contain the body part that is in this mansion and in subsequent mansions. Okay, so the false blocks that I mentioned earlier will start right here, and I'm going to show you how the holy water is useful. Okay, so these first two blocks in front of me, in front of his face, they're not really there. As you can see, I need to get to that block that the bottle of holy water struck. And I think there may be a hint hidden in this block. This is another thing the holy water can do. Yep. These are hints that are hidden in these mansions, and this is how you find them. And this is our first hint. Symbol of evil will appear when you strike the stake. Kind of sort of useful because it's referring to the orb that you have to hit with the stake. And that's just another reason why this game gets a lot of criticism, is there are a lot of typos. They have appear instead of appear. When you do collect the body parts, it will give you another typo. It will say you now possess Dracula's whatever body part you've collected instead of possess. Okay, so we need to make our way back up here. And again, keeping in mind that there are false blocks ahead, you have to jump over the first two and get to that one. And there will be a lot more false blocks in the screens to come. So I need to get down there to that hooded merchant, and they will sell me an oak stake. This first mansion isn't very long, and it's pretty easy to navigate. Some of the other ones aren't so easy. You can get a little twisted and turned in them. Invest in an oak stake. Yes, and I think there may be another hint right here. Yep. Destroy the curse and you'll rule Brahm's mansion, which I'm assuming this is Brahm's mansion. All the mansions have names, but they're not identifiable in any way that I know of. So we have the oak stake. Now we can go find Dracula's body part. And we need to check for false blocks because there should be some here. Yep, right there. So you get right here and jump to here. And up ahead is what we're looking for. If you can find the area with the bodies hanging by the ropes or the chains, and that's where the body part's going to be. So when you get to this, you want to select the oak stake that's right here, and you want to throw it like you would the sub weapon. Okay. And now we have our first body part, which is Dracula's rib. So after you get the Dracula's rib, there it is now on our item screen. If you select that and leave it on like so, as you can see, Simon is now holding what appears to be a shield. This is what Dracula's rib actually can do for you in the game. It can deflect fireballs. It will not deflect melee attacks, but it will deflect fireballs. And, well, I thought he was going to throw a fireball, and I'd show you what I'm talking about. So it does have some use, but not much. And there's some false blocks. We just want to keep making our way left until we exit the mansion. Oh, I can't go out that way. So I need to go up and over. As I said before, I'm not super familiar with this game as much as I am some of the other games, but I know enough to make my way around. I got a little stumped on that one. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to make our way back to the left, and we want to find that path that went down a few screens over. We want to take that path next, and that will lead us to our next mansion. Or actually, no, I want to go right. I want to go right to the next town. Because I think we have to have a dagger in order to access a secret path up ahead. If memory serves right, that's what we want to do. And we are back during the nighttime. This is so annoying. They should at least let you skip. Actually, I want to go ahead and just check that path, make sure that we can't get to where we need to go next. And if I can't, then I'll make my way back here again. I need to be more careful because my health is getting really low. I've been a little reckless so far. Stop doing that. Okay, so this is the path I was talking about. I want to go down. I know the next mansion is down here. Okay, so this is the town I was thinking of. So we need to visit this town first before we move on. So I'm just going to keep collecting hearts until the daytime. I will have to have a dagger to have along with the crystal that I have, that I think I will have to turn into a blue crystal next. There's a character in one of the towns that I will encounter very soon who will exchange our white crystal for a blue one, and we will have to have that and a dagger and we will have to be holding both of them at the same time to cause a path to appear below a body of water. Yes, you heard me right. That's how cryptic this game is. I don't know how anyone's supposed to be able to figure that out on their own, but you have to do that in order to access a area, and the next area. I'm almost at heart capacity, and we are definitely going to have to recharge our health in this town. So good thing there's a church here. And these towns also have these signposts, and it'll let you know what is on the next screens. Left for the Varos Woods, right for Dobby's Path. Okay, so we're at heart capacity now. There's really no point in killing any more monsters. We just need to wait for the morning. And as I say that, here we go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to heal. Okay, now we're going to check and see what we have in the town in ways of items we can buy. This is what the holy water will also do. There's nothing in here. Yes? No. There's a secret passage right here. And let's see what she is selling. Okay, so there's a dagger. So we have the first dagger of the game. There's also a silver knife and a gold knife. The gold knife, I do believe, is after you collect that after you kill Carmilla, who's one of the two bosses that I mentioned earlier. The Grim Reaper is the other. Let's check and see what we have in here. And let's see what this merchant is selling. Purchase a chain whip. So there is the next whip upgrade. Now we have the chain whip. And boy, did that take our heart count down. Okay, so I'm going to continue on this way to make sure that I am on the right path. I may be wrong in this. Actually, I'm gonna go back again. I'm gonna go back again. I know I'm sounding a little confused here because I have kind of confused myself. But we did manage to get two items, and one item in particular that was pretty valuable. That's the chain whip. The more powerful your whip, the better off you are. So we have two more whips to go in the game, and that's the Morning Star and the Flame Whip. And I think our next item is actually just up ahead. That is the Sacred Flame. Oh, I do apologize if you've continued watching this far about not being sure where I'm going, but as I've already said, I'm not positive. It's been some time since I've played this, but we'll get there. We'll get there, I promise. Okay, so here is where we find the sacred flame. So these blocks you will be able to destroy with the holy water, and we will make our way over here, and inside of this wall will be the sacred flame. And there we go. I decided to spell possess right this time. Okay, so here's the sacred flame, and I'll show you what it does. It creates a tower of flame, and we are already back to nighttime. The sacred flame does use hearts, so be mindful of that. It will deplete your heart count. And we're trying to find the next mansion, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm on the right track or not. So maybe it's this lower path here that I'm thinking of. I seem to remember the lower path being the next way to get to the next mansion. Okay, so here we go. Here's the body of water I was talking about. So you want to select, make sure the white crystal is selected, and have the dagger. And I can't remember if I can do this with the white crystal or if I need the blue one. But we'll try it. So you want to just kneel down, and no, it's not working. Okay, so we're going to have to get the blue crystal instead, and that should be in the town up ahead. So I died there, unfortunately. So we want to make our way back and go back up and to the right. I am playing this on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, by the way, on my PS5. Highly recommend checking that out if you're a fan of Castlevania, especially the older games. It has quite a few of them on it, and it goes on sale frequently, so you can get a good price on it. I love the look of this game, and the soundtrack is excellent. It really puts you in mind of a Hammer film and the Universal film. So we're at the next town, but we're going to have to wait until the daytime. So we'll just collect some hearts until then. And if my memory's correct, this is where we will get the blue crystal. And then after we do that, we will... Oh, here's the first graveyard. This will... Also in this town, we will be able to buy some garlic, and when we buy the garlic, we'll be able to come to this spot, drop the garlic, and a merchant will appear that will give us, I think, the silver knife, if memory serves. Yes, another very cryptic part. Like, how are you supposed to figure that out on your own, right? Well, I have no idea how anyone is supposed to figure this game out on their own. Kudos to anyone who ever did. Okay, we are back in the morning, and we want to check out and see what is available in this town. Check all the floors and all the walls in any room you go into. I think this will be some garlic. Yeah, okay, so we want the garlic. There are 2 areas in the game where you will drop garlic and receive an item in return, and the graveyard that I just came from is one of them. Okay, what do we got in here? I don't think these characters give you anything, just hints. Yeah, that hint is absolutely useless. So we just wasted our time coming in here. So we want to make our way up and be on the lookout for a townsperson that is dressed very differently than these other people here. But we're going to check this doorway first. And that townsperson will exchange our white crystal for a blue one. Okay, so this merchant sold us some laurels. Laurels will make you invincible, and you will have to have them to cross some of the marshes in the game. The marshes do serious damage to Simon, and they also slow him down. And the laurels will make him immune to it for a brief period of time. So up here we should run into that townsfolk, the townsperson I was talking about, and if this is the right town. Okay, so here he is. So you want to talk to him, and he will exchange your white crystal for a blue one. Okay, so we've gotten all we can get in this town. If you need more laurels, you can come to this town and many others, and you can buy more. So these merchants don't just sell you it for one time and that's it. You can actually buy more. Okay, so like I said, you want to come into the graveyard here after we get the garlic, which is down here. Okay, you want to push up in the attack and drop the garlic, and it will cause this person to appear. Talk to them, and they will give you a silver knife. Okay, so we have the blue crystal and the silver knife, which is right here, and we have our blue crystal selected. So now what we want to do is we want to make our way back to that body of water that I found earlier that I was a little unsure about, but now I know. We have to have the blue crystal and the silver knife, and once we get those, we'll be able to open the secret passage. And our heart count has been depleted quite a bit, so we want to make sure we collect hearts along the way. Still quite a few items that we will have to buy in the game, and need quite a few hearts. So again, make our way back to this path and go down, and we will find the second mansion after we get through this secret passage. Oh no, I think I just got game over. Yep, game over, and now my heart count is at 0. That sucks. But anyway, we are back at the body of water. I didn't realize it was the next screen. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the silver knife is selected, as you can see there, and the blue crystal. Kneel down with both of those selected, and it will cause a secret passage to appear under this water. And down here is where we will find the next mansion. And here we go. Okay. Same as before, find a merchant that will sell you an oak stake, which I will have to collect enough hearts for now. and we will get the second of the 5 of Dracula's body parts. There's some bats hidden up there in that black space. They're kind of hard to spot. Throw the sacred flame here and try to kill this knight without getting damaged. Try not to jump on the spikes because they will do a lot of damage. Still need to collect 50 hearts. Okay, I think there are some false blocks here. They should be showing up soon. Okay, so none so far. That's good. Just always be mindful that they could be around. I think I may have just messed up, but we'll check and see what's to the right here. Oh, instant death. But we found the merchant. Okay, so we have 38 hearts. I still need to collect some more. Well, it's not instant death, but it sure does a lot of damage. Okay, so I need to just collect a few more hearts, and we'll be able to get the oak stake. Okay, so I am at almost 43 minutes, so I'm going to stop this video here, and I'll continue on in another. So check out for part 2.